Good morning. I'd like to call to order the meeting of Wednesday, May 6th of the Philadelphia Board of Elections. Is there any public comment?
Yes, we have one public comment, or multiple public comments. First up is Sharon Strauss.
Go ahead, Sharon.
Oh, good morning. Thank you for having me and letting me speak here. I'm happy to say that I received my mail-in ballot earlier this week. It looks very easy to use, and thank you for the prepaid postage. Makes it nice and even easier. I just want to say I'm not typically a big fan of mail-in ballots. As I've mentioned at other sunshine meetings, I'm concerned about the chain of custody and security and tracking on the ballots. I actually didn't see my ballot right away because somehow it like didn't come in on a day that I was checking my mail, and I was like, where's my ballot? What's going to happen if I didn't get my ballot? And then I found my ballot in the pile of mail. I was happy to see. But I asked for a mail-in ballot this year because of the coronavirus. It's an issue of safety. I'm very concerned about the spread of virus at the in-person polling places. But I know that the in-person polling places are a thing, and it looks like there are a fair amount of people in Philadelphia who so far have not requested a mail-in ballot. Hopefully more will. But we're sure that there will be people doing in-person voting, and we want to make sure that that voting is as safe as possible for both the voters, and I'm actually more concerned about the poll workers. But I'm very concerned about the voters, but many of the poll workers are older. KYW this morning had a story on one longtime poll worker who's bowing out the season because she's immunosuppressed and she's concerned about her health. I'm sure that's just one of many poll workers. And then of the poll workers that do come, many are elderly, and I'm very concerned about that. I understand you talking about getting the National Guard in. I'm curious if there's been any movement on that, and when and how training is going to work for those people if the National Guard does come. I mean, we have seen like documented deaths of poll workers in other states, so this is not a trivial issue. And then the final thing is on the actual voting that people do. The voting machines that we have are disease vectors. I understand you're talking about cleaning them between.
Okay, Sharon, you're almost out of time.
Okay, well, okay, I just want to say that the cleaning them will take time, and which will make longer lines, and it's dangerous to the machines. Crawford and Luzerne counties have both purchased voting machines, but decided to use primarily hand-marked paper ballots because of concerns about the COVID-19 transmission. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up is Meg Berlin.
Go ahead, Meg.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for meeting today and putting this on Zoom so it's easy for us to see. My question is one that was occasioned by listening to the meeting last time. There were a number of questions that were asked of you, Lisa, and you didn't answer any of them. The answer was, thank you for your comments. It would seem to me that during a public meeting such as this, that's called a sunshine meeting, it would be good to be as transparent as possible. I'm not implying that you're hiding anything. I know that it has not been the practice to actually answer those questions, but I've been on elected bodies before where people have asked questions and received answers from the officials on the dais. I don't understand why that hasn't been done. Perhaps you could enlighten me, please.
It's a public comment session for the public to comment. So
well, okay.
Your time is
What, my time is up? Seriously?
Not yet. No, not yet. No, I said
Well-
continue.
Okay. So my comment, well, okay, I understand that it's public comment, but you could actually write down these questions, and when public comment is over, you could address them. So I am hoping that you will be doing that, because a sunshine meeting is supposed to provide sunshine. And if the public can ask questions and never get an answer, what good is it? So now I'm finished. Thank you.
Okay, also,
Next up is-
real quick to that, that you can always email any one of the commissioners your questions, and we'll definitely respond to you.
Next up is Rich Garella.
Hi, my name's Rich Garella from Protect Our Vote Philly. On June 2nd, voters can be given regular paper ballots to hand mark instead of using voting machines by default. These ballots might or might not appear identical to mail-in ballots, but they won't be mail-in ballots. This is possible because Pennsylvania statutes Title 25, Section 3016 says, if for any reason at any election the use of voting machines is not possible or practicable, the county election board may arrange to have the voting for such or all offices conducted by paper ballots. Crawford and Luzerne counties, as another commenter mentioned, are doing this exact thing. They're foregoing the use of ballot marking devices for all in favor of hand-marked paper ballots on June 2nd because of virus transmission concerns. Basically, hand-marked paper ballots are safer because voters aren't sharing machines. By using hand-marked paper, Philadelphia would only be doing what most of the state is already doing. And the law makes clear that each county has that option. That it is not practicable is an easy case to make. A method of voting that endangers the lives of voters surely should not be considered practicable. So we're asking that the Board of Elections exercise its right to allow voters to vote in as safe a manner as possible, not to mention that it's faster and more adaptable than using machines and will lead to shorter lines and less exposure in that manner as well. And the board should fight for that right if it has to, but we don't think it has to. Lives are at stake, and they are in your hands. Thank you.
Thank you, Rich.
There are no more public comments.
Okay, well, we'll proceed to the report from Joe Lynch.
Morning, Commissioners.
Morning, Joe.
The numbers reported from the county board today, the total of mail-in absentee applications approved was 85,000. There was we sent over 40,000 ballots, including military and overseas ballots out in the mail as of yesterday, May 5th. That's the number, 40,000. Just over 7,300 applications need to be processed as of this morning, and we're working on them. This morning, the imaging unit had 923 electronics in the queue, and they should be processed by the end of the day. Voter registration, the data room has 150 paper voter registration applications that will be done today. The rest of the workers who work from data and imaging are currently working on the absentee mail-in applications online. And that's it.
Hey, good morning, Joe. How you doing, man? Thank you.
Good morning.
Appreciate you. How many voter registration forms do we have up to date?
Up to date? We're up to
Yeah, I mean, for this year. Yeah.
what that 150 that I just mentioned.
No, I'm saying total. I mean,
Yes.
including online.
What's that?
The total amount, including the online and the paper. Like how many do we
It's
process?
about 150 for the onlines and it was 923 electronics this morning.
Okay, cool. Good.
All right.
Yep. Good.
Thank you, Joe. Anyone else? Any new business? Hearing no new business, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Meeting's adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.